Hear President Trump say that he intends for the United States to run Venezuela. It was reckless. It was dangerous. And looking at the president's demeanor, he didn't even seem to be aware of how dangerous and reckless it is. Let me be clear. Maduro is an illegitimate dictator, but launching military action without congressional authorization, without a credible plan for what comes next, is reckless. Now, I was in the skiff on 3 different occasions, as recently as December, and I asked the administration, I asked them, are you pursuing regime change? Are you intent on taking military action in Venezuela, Venezuelan territory? And they assured me that they were not pursuing those things. Clearly, they're not being straight with the American people. So I've been talking to so many members of my caucus today. Everybody is very, very just totally troubled, worried about how dangerous this is. Let me lay out just a few of the actions that have already been taken to hold the Trump administration accountable. First, Leader Jeffries and I called on the Trump administration to brief the Gang of Eight immediately, followed shortly by a briefing for the entire Congress in the beginning of next week. We want to know the administration's objectives, its plans to prevent a humanitarian and geopolitical disaster that plunges us into another endless war, or one that trades one corrupt dictator for another. There are so many questions that involve this. How many troops are on the ground now? American troops. How many troops do they expect to have a week from now, a month from now, a year from now? These kinds of questions have to be answered. The fact that they seem to be doing this almost on the cuff, even though it's so dangerous and so cosmic in its consequences. 2 hours ago, the president said that the vice president of Venezuela would listen to what he says. And then just a few minutes ago, she said that they should release Maduro. And she doesn't support what the administration, what the Trump government has done. So lots of unanswered questions, and we need a full briefing to get all of the answers. The reason there's congressional oversight, the reason Congress has the right to declare war, is so that those questions can be vetted before something as consequential as this occurs. But by keeping it in secret, in the dark, by not telling anybody, and I was not briefed, I still have not been briefed. We've had some contact with the administration in that we've asked them for the Gang of Eight briefing and the all congressmen and all senators briefing, but we've gotten no information from them. Second, the Senate's going to take up the War Powers resolution next week. Been introduced by Senator Kaine, Senator Paul, and myself. It was filed before we left, so it's a privileged resolution, and Senator Kaine has the right to bring it up this week. I spoke to him a few hours ago. He will bring it up, and I told him I would support it and work to get floor time, adequate floor time, so we could debate and discuss this. And third, I've spoken with our ranking members on the relevant committees to review how their committees can act to hold the administration accountable. You'll be hearing more from them in the coming days. I've talked to a bunch of them today. They've already had some discussions with their chairs, who seem, some of the Republican chairs, at least privately on the phone, have expressed a lot of troublesome comments about what Trump is doing and the way he is doing it. And those discussions will continue. We're going to be pushing our Republican colleagues to stand up for the American people.